Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first podcast series, Everyone Builds ElasticRun. The podcast aims to dive deep into the experience and journey of the incredible talent that is shaping the future of ElasticRun. Are you ready to meet our first guest? Come, let's see who the guest is. Hello, Sarthak,
Hello.
and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Hitesh, for having me at the show.
You're welcome. We are very happy to welcome Sarthak Sharma to our very first episode. Our focus today is not only to unravel Sarthak's journey, but also to shed light on ElasticRun's vibrant culture of learning and growth. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the exciting world of ElasticRun through Sarthak's eyes. So Sarthak, let's dive in straight. If you could let our audiences know about your journey and about the role, here at ElasticRun.
Sure. So I joined ElasticRun as a part of a campus hiring program at IIM Bangalore. And what impressed me about ElasticRun was how the company is solving a core Bharat problem, building for the rural area and enabling access at the grassroots level of the society. Now that's a hard problem to solve, but it's equally rewarding, and it involves a clever play at the interjunction of technology, distribution, logistics, and FMCG.
Absolutely.
So at now coming to my experience at ElasticRun, so I think my last 8 months have been equally rewarding as well as challenging. So like my work involved working on some mission critical projects, some interesting problems to solve on obviously tight deadline, and but it required doing a lot of deep diving into the working and the operation, and lots of learning as well as unlearning. I see the focus here is on execution,
Right.
the decision making is also very sharp, very fast. So what you got to do that you can come up with your hypothesis, you can actually test it, deploy it the very next day, and you can quickly see the result. Now that is really fulfilling.
Absolutely. Great. Good to know that, Sarthak. So that's quite an interesting journey, Sarthak, and I'm glad that you're enjoying your role as well. Can you just walk us through, the kind of exposure that you're getting at the CEO's office, and any particular project that has impacted your business understanding?
Sure. So like as a part of the CEO office, the exposure that I've got is kind of phenomenal. Like on daily level, I get to brainstorm and collaborate with one of the best minds that you can see. And you get to learn a great deal about the workings of the industries, of the supply chain, logistics from the industry experts themselves.
Yeah.
So as a overall, now I think in a much broader and holistic way, encompassing all the functionals that it. And the second, like coming to the project specific details, the first project that I did was the telecalling sales project. So here, my learning was, and what it reinforced was to always think customer first. The project itself was, how could we enable a better sales experience for our customer that is consistent and always at the convenience of the customer.
Absolutely.
And now this project, it involved a lot of rethinking, reinventing the processes and the way we did our business. But we always made ensure that we always think customer first and not operationally backward. And whatever the limitations that we have, we reinvented so that the customer priorities are always addressed.
Yeah. So that's really great, Sarthak, and you bringing in the customer centricity aspect, which you have demonstrated in your area of work, is really good to know, because one of our culture pillars, as you know, is also
Exactly.
we are customer centric. So really, really happy to know that you are demonstrating it in your area of work.
Yes.
So Sarthak, as you know, we have 5 culture pillars, here at ElasticRun. So how do you see these pillars reflecting in the overall work environment in the organization?
Yes. So, I have been a startup founder before. And what I find that these cultural pillars actually instill that same starter spirit that, I had in my own startup. So, these cultural pillars are that we are agile, we are customer centric, we are trustworthy, we execute with rigor, and of course, we take the ownership. So, and also out of these, cultural pillars, I have seen that, the customer obsession stands out. I feel that it has been ingrained in the company's DNA. Like, for example, when we joined the company, as a part of our induction, we spent a week visiting, learning about the on-field operation as well as visiting the customer. We interacted the customer.
Yeah.
We knew about how was their experience, what were their pain points, what were their needs, desires, how we could address, giving a better value proposition to them. We came back, we worked on those suggestions, and it was a great journey that we had imbibing this part or the culture within ourselves. As a practice, now I always prepare a one-pager proposal highlighting what are the key benefits that the customer will get out of any project that we undertake.
True. I think this exactly is living, breathing, customer centricity, and I think your narrative really spoke about that. So, Sarthak, in your journey so far here at ElasticRun, how have you seen the leaders walk the talk, especially when it comes to embodying culture pillars?
Sure. I will here share one experience of mine that I have seen and observed that here the people are encouraged to challenge the status quo. If you have a perspective, opinion, then you are listened. For example, for many instances I have seen then whenever there is a proposal from someone to the senior leadership, and even when the Sandeep or other senior leaders have some are not agreeing or have some reservations about that, they still then they kind of promote and encourage that person to take up that project as a pilot and even commit the resources and all the required support that is required for that pilot, so that they are able to execute it to the full capabilities, even when if it comes with any operational or the opportunity cost associated to it. So here we can see that even the leaders are kind of embodying the cultural pillars or the spirit that we have in the company, like agility, where they are open to being challenged and change their perspective, and even with the trust, like they are they trust their people with their capabilities and execution spirit and conviction that they have. And even we can see in the field of ownership that they promote to take the ownership and deliver whatever they believe in.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because I think for sure for our listeners today, they would have seen all the culture pillars at play when you narrated this experience of yours. So thank you for sharing this experience with our viewers. And to our listeners, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Watch out for more inspiring journeys within the organization. And it's very, very evident that ElasticRun is just not a workplace, but a community which encourages learning, growth, and also has a vibrant culture. With this, I'm Hitesh, signing off until next time.